FBI. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like, sorry to use, like, it just, like, we literally just work. We can solve these problems. We work together instead of just, like, trivial and, like, just, the information is out there. The CDC is fraudulent. Bill Gates should be honestly arrested for crimes against humanity. He was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane 17 times, and there's just fraud at every level. John Hopkins is funded by Bill Gates. The CDC had tests that, like, literally all of it, dude. There's so much fraud involved with COVID, and I ask why. And if it's not to get mandatory vaccines, hydrochloroquine, there's so much misinformation about it, and we're in an information war. And when truth and, like, literally, guys, it's just like, I ask everybody to watch Infowars.com. I've been 10 hours a day. Like, judge for yourself. It's a free country. Honestly, everybody can. That's literally what it is. We're going to change the definition of assault if somebody comes within 6 feet of me. We're completely rewriting the law to appease a mob that's funded by George Soros, who is an actual Nazi. You know what I'm saying? And, like, Bill Gates is, like, we don't understand what eugenics is. It's all based off a lie. Then in 2050, global warming, we're all going to be inhabitable, and there's going to be a new heaven and new earth. That's not what this is. And it's all fear tactics, and they're trying to control the population, and there's forced sterilization. There's all sorts of stuff that nobody's talking about because we just want to appease. Nobody wants to get their hands dirty. And we should, if we're going to talk about reparations, we should have reparations for the 3 million Muslims that are in internment camps in China. And nobody's talking about that. And I think we should, And there's corruption literally at every level, and, like, I think we should be united. I think mandatory mask it doesn't solve anything. One, it's a violation of, like, whatever. Just talk about something that matters, and this is not something that matters. And the fact that just the overall, like, man, I would say the exercising thing would be one. Again, why are churches closed? If Jesus could go and, like, be around lepers and have no fear, because it's based on your connectivity with God is disease. As a man thinketh, your thoughts transform into, based on pruning. Right, this final destination of heaven or hell, whether you want to, like, talk about justice and everything like that. Does that make sense? It's just like, I think the fact that why are we scared? Why are we scared of stuff? You're not supposed to fear. It says don't fear 365 times in the Bible. It's one for each day of the year. Why are we fearing? Like, I don't know. Like, freedom of religion is everybody can think what they want, choose what they want, but it's life. It should be the no harm is, like, you know what I'm saying? If, like, you want to smoke marijuana, who cares? If you're like, you want to drink, who cares? Like, you injure somebody, like, just come on. Let's do something that matters. Let's focus on something that matters. And these laws and, like, the semantics and the bowing to the mob's a fucking joke, to be honest. And, like, Kumo, here's the thing, to be honest. If we're talking about things that matter, half the deaths are people sent into nursing homes. And in Texas, what they do with contact tracing is they say, oh, you had the sniffles. Okay, that could be, because everything's a very loose definition of what it is. And they count on average 16 people into that number. And it just, like, they're leading you towards a vaccine. And you talk about remdesivir, if that's one of the things, and, like, Fauci with fraud in terms of that. And he pushed that every time. The person who, Nobel Peace Prize, talking about that for AIDS, said there was a man-made virus with over 5 viruses combined into one. And then you talk about that the lab was actually, it was in North Carolina. And then the entire scientific community under Obama, ran by Fauci, ran by Gates, and then they kicked it out and went to Wuhan. And you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of inconsistencies, and I think we should have Nuremberg-level trials to solve just truth and justice, to be honest. And, like, until we have those, fraud at every level, and this funding the police is a joke. They want to bring in contact tracers. Hillary Clinton also involved heavily. ABC News has had all of it. They should all be arrested, to be honest. In Nuremberg-level trials, we have justice. Let's go after the people who are trying to, like, depopulate the planet instead of, like, oh, you're wearing a mask. Like, seriously. That's what we should be focusing on, to be honest.
Thank you. I think your time's expiring, but thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure.